is your Taking Action for You station. Live from wherever news is breaking, you're watching ABC Action News, now in HD.
Proposed constitutional amendment that would ban gay marriage in Florida has close to the 60% support needed to pass this November. A recent Mason-Dixon poll found that 55% of Floridians support this amendment that would bar the state from recognizing marriage between anyone except a man and a woman. Meanwhile, a Florida group has come up with a controversial plan to secure that 60% needed. They're pushing ministers across the state to start preaching politics from the pulpit. But our Don Gramay says both sides may lose if the IRS decides they're violating one of the country's basic tax codes.
Pastor Kerry Nance plans to preach his heart out about the importance of passing Amendment 2, which would ban gay marriage in Florida.
We need to vote for Amendment 2, that we need to have a definition as a group of people of what marriage is.
Reverend Phyllis Hunt will be fighting against the constitutional amendment.
I preach against anything that promotes discrimination, including Amendment 2.
Both sides have T-shirts, stickers, and signs like any political campaign. But any pastor preaching politics from the pulpit may face the wrath of the IRS.
Pastors need to be very careful in what they say from the pulpit.
IRS tax code prohibits nonprofit churches from taking part in a political campaign. They could lose their tax-exempt status.
We're not pushing or advocating a campaign. We're not advocating a person. We're advocating marriage.
But this is where it gets tricky. The tax code says lobbying for legislation like Amendment 2 is not allowed if it involves a substantial effort.
There hasn't been much guidance over the years in what the word substantial means in this case. So I think that churches are in danger if they cross that line and the line's not clearly defined.
You would think the IRS would be able to settle all of this, so I called. Their spokesman told me churches are, quote, restricted from any political activity at all. When I asked if that included Amendment 2, he told me he's not allowed to comment. In Tampa, Don Gramay, ABC Action News.
So what do you think about all this? Should ministers be able to preach politics without punishment? Here's a look at the results so far. 27% of you say yes, ministers should be able to preach politics without any punishment, and 72% say they should not.